Alright, how's it going everybody? Optifire here, and today we're reviewing the MS-05 Night Tracer. So here we are, and there he is. And now, I don't have the box with me currently, but I do have the collector's card here. MS-05 Night Tracer. You get a picture of Night Tracer right there. Magic Square. On the back you get your tech specs and the vehicle mode as well. So, there you have that. Now here we have Night Tracer in his vehicle mode, and he does look really good. Before we get started with him though, I do want to say, you can see I have new here. This is my new backdrop. I got this from Extreme Sets. This is the Decepticon headquarters. The reason I got it is because I thought it worked and looks really good. Now, I don't know if I have it built right. Like, I put tape around it to hold it together. It came with 2 more pieces, but they're not big enough right now to fit where I need them to go. But it's okay. So, I do want to point that out. If you do like this new way better, let me know in the comments. But here's Night Tracer. Let's get in close here on the details. You can see, you got the grill here painted in gray. You get the light gray here and right here. You get silver inside of the clear plastic for the headlights there. Silver right here for the bottom row of lights. Up here you get the camo, which is different. It's textured differently from the rest of the plastic. Same with the windows. You can see the camo. Black windows. Get the rims done in this, like, I think this dark silver or gunmetal gray. Right? Maybe it's silver. But you can see you get you get like 10 of them. Here's the underside in case you care. Here it is from the back. You do get these tail lights right here. Done with orange with a silver trim around it. And he does roll. Oh, he rolls really well, really nice. Especially for a big truck. I'm going to get these 3D pieces for this display out of the way for now. It'll make my life a little bit easier. When we get into robot mode, I will put them back. But we do have that. And this part here also rotates. You can even kind of bring it up a bit if you want. Right here. Can have it resting there. There is a different alternate configuration for this, but I'll show that off when we get to the reverse transformation. And these bits here move up and down as well. So, there you have that. And of course, for comparisons, we really don't need much of anybody else, so we will bring in Munitioner there, aka Swindle. We'll put him there. And we will bring in Heavy Gunner, also known as Brawl, right here. I'm going to try to see if I can get a better view of them. There you go. Can't wait for the other two. Vortex is the next one. Tornado is their next one, and then Blast Off's their last one. So, yeah. And he wants to roll off the table. But there you have those two right there. Now, he does come with 2 accessories. One of them will show off in a few minutes, actually. But one of them that you do get is his gun right here. Done in a nice green right here. Nicely molded. Even though it's very plain, I still like it. And you can store it in the vehicle. Just flip up the handle there. You got this like oval port or post, and it'll go into either of these ports at the top of this right here. Also, you get these nice, like, great details there. Oh, and one thing I do want to show off, if you want, he can tow Heavy Gunner. Let me actually, it might work better in the other configuration, but he can do it. I'll probably show it off more when we reverse transform him, like I'm going to do with the other thing. But yeah, I just want to point it out. You can do it if you want. So there is that. He can even do that with Swindle. Now, I want to say you can probably put this back here because the card shows it back there, but it doesn't stay. So yeah, that is actually it. Now, there's not much else left to do but to transform him. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to this section here, and these, if they haven't already done it for you, they will collapse down. Then you'll open them like that. Open. I didn't mean to open the whole thing. I just need... Good Lord. Okay. At least we know the tabs are nice and tight, but they're scary tight. Okay, so just leave these for now. And we're going to get this whole assembly out of the way. And we're going to come here first, untab this, fold this up, and then we can swing it down, get out of the way, and then take this, untab it. We're not going to do anything with it yet because we need to come to this side, untab it, fold that up, bring that down as well. And then when you untab this, you should, there we go. You'll get this untabbed here. We're going to fold that in, bring this bit here out, and then just bring it up for now like that. Same thing on this side. Bring that. This doesn't have anything to fold in there. The only difference is just to fold that out. Alright, so... And we'll bring that. And we'll leave the legs alone for now. We'll leave them where they're at. We're actually going to get started on this whole thing here. So we can come to the door, open it up. And that's probably why it wasn't rolling so smooth. Bring that up. Then we can bend it. Let me readjust here a bit. Oh, that should be more than enough. Okay. So, anyway, bring this down. And now, here is an easier way. Like when you get these out. So if you can, try and get this out to the best of your ability. There we go. Bring that out like so. And then we can untab the hood from the arms. And then bring the arms out, and you can pretty much just get this whole thing up. Then when you bring it up, you want to take the lights here. You want to fold them in. And then take this, bring it down, bring it in here. And we will work more on the back. My arms are getting tired. I'm doing this all from arm's length. Like, okay. So take the wheels here. You want to fold them in. And then rotate it around like so. Fold it in. Rotate it around. So you end up with something like that. Come to these bits. Fold them out. Now when you bring... Oh, and make sure the doors are brought in. And this piece here, fold that in. You want to fold it back out for robot mode, so or for vehicle mode, so don't forget it. There are these slots, as you can see right there, and right here, as well as these ones here. You got tabs right here. You got two tabs here, and then you get tabs right here on the other side of the door. You want to take it, and if you have everything lined up, this should sit in there, and then this tab right here will slot in right there. So, and you'll know because this will sit flat, I do not have it all lined up. So, that means I'm missing something. Well, there we go. Now I have it all lined up. Okay, I have this side lined up, or did. Now the whole thing popped out. There we go. And then bring this all the way down and just collapse it there for now. Okay. Okay. And you can see his head right here. Alright, so now let's work on this whole thing here. If you didn't already, again, bring these out. We'll push these down. Open this up. And then there's going to be this panel in here you want to flip out. Then we can take this whole thing and rotate it around. And then you'll want to bring this down. And there is this tab that's going to slot in right there. And when you're bringing it down as well, this tab will go into that slot there. Bring that down. Bring this in. Make sure that goes like so. And then if you want now, don't rip it off, but you can pull this out. I might have to find a way to fix that because on mine, it's loose. Like, it will start to eventually bring itself down. So, yeah. Do want to be mindful of that. Again, bring that out. Bring that out. Rotate this whole thing around. Bring this down, tap it in. Bring this in. There we go. Bring that up. And now those are done. And there's not much else left to do there for right now. Now we actually want to work on the arm section here. So you want to bring up his hands. Like so. And then take the wheels and fold them into the arm. And bring this bit up. Now, pretty much what we're doing is we're pretty much going into robot mode in a bit of a way, but like we're not really doing. I just want to see something real quick. Okay, so that is different. Okay, anyway. Then you want to come here and undo this. You will pop up this joint here and then bring it down at that joint there. And then there is another joint in here for like an elbow. So if you want to have something that kind of, make sure as well when you're doing this, you want to bring that at an angle and then have the fist also brought up at this angle right there, because that is kind of a crucial thing for when you get the back all situated. Now this is where this comes in, and we will take it, we will bring it up like so, and then you want to make sure that this section right here goes right into that slot there. And then these should... Let me do this side first, actually, because, well, there is a reason certain sides go first. And then when you have it on their right, there we go. You can see you got a slot inside. This is not. There we go. Okay. So you can see you got a slot right here in this part of the arm. That's where the tab on this is going to sit. So when you get this whole thing lined up and plugged in, and then you got the, like, you know, puzzle piece tabs that this will go into. When you get all that lined up and pegged in, that came out. And then you just take this whole thing and you will bring it in like so, right there. And now that's all ready to go. There's a lot of things to do with this. Now we can rotate at the waist and bring that up. And then you want to open this to get this out. So straighten that all out. Then what you want to do is you want to rotate this whole assembly and then have this joint facing out. I actually might have it wrong already. And make sure that the knee is bent this way. For vehicle mode, it'll be in this configuration. Kind of like munitioners. For combine, this way. And then we're going to pretty much do the same thing that we did. Or undo what we did. You know, bring these up. Fold out this heel right here. Bring that down. Bring up, bring up. Bring this up. Tab that in. Bring that up right there. There we go. Bring that up. Make sure everything is the way it should be. There we go. That's there. And now, there we go. And then you'll bring this down like so. And then when you bring it up, you want to bring it out at this joint here. And don't rotate the waist. Keep the waist this way. And also, I made a mistake. Don't close these yet. Because you actually need them opened. Because when you bring up this, the heel here has got a notch in it. It's going to slide into there. And then this whole thing will come up. And lock that together. And this is pretty much how you want it to look. Like that. And you can see what I mean by, like, this keeps bringing itself down. Bring that. And then, just trying to get everything all cleaned up here. Stay. If anyone knows a fix for that, please let me know in the comments. I really need to fix that. Now, this is probably not the greatest, but this is essentially it. And then we add the chest piece. The reason it won't stay is because we need the other part that's going to come with Tornado. But you can see this is how it looks right here in its combine mode. Yeah. Again, if anyone knows a fix for these, please let me know, because, yeah. You can see it literally will droop down. I might try and fix it myself, but I don't know. I can leave it like this, and it seems to be okay like this. But if I put it in any other way, it droops down, and it looks all sad. So, yeah. So there's that. So now let's get down to robot mode, which will be easy from this point here. So, also, real quick, we never got to admire. This is the toy chest. I will get the cartoon upgrade stuff for it because I like the cartoon look better. That's just me. Bring out. There we go. Then we can bring out these legs here. Bring it up. And then just tab it right back into there. And now for the fun part. Is getting the thigh rotated back into its original position, which is normally a lot harder than that, but I managed. So it's kind of easy if you have this out and then you have like that, because then you kind of get the room there to rotate it and then put it back, rotate the waist, and then we will have to open these panels again. This should be the final time that we need to open them. Should. I can't promise it, but it should be. Alright. So bring that. Now, you're going to leave the leg in the position that it's in. Just bring that up so we can get the toe out. And now we can pretty much just close everything right back up. Once again, I don't know why this came out. Stay. There we go. There we go. Okay. And just bring that in there. And then this will double tab in. Like so. Locks in there. Like that. I am so glad we're almost done. To be honest with you, I don't even know if I want to do the reverse transformation for this thing. Not because it's difficult, but there's just a lot that's going on here, like, with this figure. There's just so much that's going on with it that I don't really want to, but because I love my fans and my viewers, I will do it for you guys when we get to that point. Okay. So there is that. Now, get him to stand real quick so we can readjust again. Because he is getting more tall. Can't raise that part of it up anymore. And bloop. There we go. That should be more than enough. Alright, so again, you know, undo everything that you just did. Bring these back out, because now what we're going to do is we want to bring this back out. Open this up though real quick. And bring it in. Bring it back down. Actually, leave it up because it's going to make bringing this in a lot easier. Bring it back down. And then tab these back into place. Like so. Once again. Out. Up. Fold this in. These won't stay in worth the crap, so... Oh, make sure these are folded in. Or brought in. That way you can actually do what you're supposed to. Bring that up. Close that up. Now for the arms. Tab that elbow joint back in. Then take this, bring it up, bring it over. Like so. And we will bring it down and just leave it there for now. Right. Like so. So again, same thing with this, you know. Bring that. Bring this up. It's a pain to get it in. Bring it down right here. Take the back, and you want it not at... Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. We don't close these parts yet. Because there are things that are going to go into it first. So you do want, for the back here, it's on multiple hinges. You want to bring it up at this hinge right here. Not this one, but that one there. You want to bring it up there. And just now we can close that up. Bring that. And normally my issue has a problem where one of these never lines up where it's supposed to line up. So then I gotta fight it and do all this jazz with it, but I like... And normally... There we go. Okay. So now bring the arms down. And we can actually work on them properly. Bring out this green bit. Rotate it around. And then this tab will slot in right there. Like so. And then rotate the arm. So that way this whole thing, it looks like one. So, once again. Out. Rotate it. Bring it in, rotate this, make sure everything is the way that it should be. And now, if you follow the instructions, or if you didn't and left the head, you can just rotate the head here, and there we go. There we have Magic Square's Night Tracer in his robot mode. And he looks amazing. Fantastic. I love this. Let's get in close here on that head sculpt. Nice head sculpt. You can see this is all painted right there. Got the chest, which mine's done nicely. I've seen TM reviews. His looked like it had fingerprints on it. But mine looks fine. Got the green here, the gray for the faux lights. More of that green. Let me make sure that the knees are in the proper orientation. Everything about it just looks so good. Going down there, going down the back. Nice and clean transformation as well. So now, we're going to bring in comparisons. Alright, so let's, you know what? No, we'll keep him in the middle because we're going to bring in Swindle right there, and we'll put Brawl right here. And this is how the team is looking thus far. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Ooh. Did not mean to do that. I accidentally turned off my light. I think I like... I can't wait to finish this set. I'm thinking about getting Megatron. Like, probably the Infinite Transformation one. But if you add another Decepticon to it, let's add a... Let me put Swindle here. Move you a bit this way. We'll move you there. We could put, like, Scrapper, for example, in here as well. And then you can see how the Decepticon team is shaping up so far. So, you do have that. But these ones, oh, I can't wait until we get the rest of the last two and combine to make Bruticus. I am making a playlist. I do have a playlist made now of all three of these. So you can watch each of them individually, or you can marathon through it, especially when we combine Bruticus. It's going to be 5 separate videos, you know. It's going to be Heavy Gunner, Munitioner, Night Tracer, Tornado, and then Blast Off. I forget what his third-party name is for Magic Square, but yeah, there you have those two. And last but not least for this comparison, here he is with Light of Peace. Their Optimus Prime, my personal favorite version of Optimus Prime. And he is like, I think, maybe just as, or like a smidge smaller because of these. I think these might be like a bit tall. Well, maybe not. Maybe he's a bit tall. It's hard to really tell. Maybe they're the same. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think. Is he the same or is he a bit smaller? Because I'm having a real hard time telling that. So there is that. So now let's go over the articulation. So articulation, he can do a full 360. His head's on a swivel and a ball joint, so you can have him looking confused if you want. And he can look up really good, and I love that. His arms do a full 360. You do get out right here, but if you remember as well, we also have this joint, so he can do all the way up there. Like so. Just be careful where you grab it because you might accidentally take that out. Now, he doesn't have a bicep swivel, but he does have a swivel right at the elbow here. Single jointed elbow. Also, another thing that I do want to mention. These three wheels are cartoon accurate. They're fake, but they are cartoon accurate. You do have that. You got wrist rotation here. In and out at the hand. Fingers are individually articulated. The thumb's on a ball joint where you can even... and a hinge right there. And then each of the fingers are on a ball joint. And then a hinge here and a hinge at the first knuckle. So you can get a nice fist going for him. He does have a ratcheting waist swivel. And he's got a nice ab crunch. So you can have him like, you can literally, if you wanted to, you could have him sit. You can have him do all kinds of poses. And if you bring it out, you can get more with that waist. So there is that. Bring these out. The legs do go forward that far. Like they move forward. It's a soft forward and then back about that far right there. Outward movement, you can do the full split. This one's a soft ratchet. You do get a thigh swivel. Get double jointed knee, which gives you the full bend right there. Ow. And if you untap this, you can get toe movement and ankle tilt right there. Now, something I'm going to point out real quick. Okay, so yeah, that's the same no matter what. But this part, it sounds a bit louder. Like, I don't know why, but it really just sounds like it's a bit loud. Give him his gun. You know, if you have it in this configuration, just bring the handle out. You get tabs on either side. Open up the hand, and it is the typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding, as with all of them. There we go. Wasn't going in at first. I was worried. Now, this thing is really awesome. I do recommend him if you don't have him, but I have my own couple complaints. This is a bit unsightly. The sprue marks, they're not too bad for these sprue marks. And the gun one, yes, it is there, but guess what? There's an easy fix. Just don't look at it. However, it is unfortunate that we did get those, but there's not much we can do about it. We just buy the product because it looks really good. And it does. This is probably my favorite figure. And this is probably my favorite backdrop now. I need to get one for the Autobots. This is the only one I have right now. But all in all, really great figure. I do like it. Now, I know I said I'm going to do a transformation back, but this video is already long enough, so I think I might do a separate video transforming him back into his vehicle mode, just so that way the video is not like hours long, you know, because I don't want that. I don't want the video to be really long. But if you did like it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that way you're not missing a video, and I will see you guys in the next video.